Okay. Well, here we are live, and we're complaining about the lighting, and we're complaining about not being outside. And putting this together this time has been really tough, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
But I think it's because of really what we're going to share. And so it's been 8 months. A lot of life has gone on, and we titled this "When You Say Yes and Life Goes No." And you just hit times in life where it gets difficult. We were in Thailand many of you saw us the last time, where we were shooting from Melbourne, Australia. We came to you live from Bangkok, Thailand, and we were saying yes. There was a lot of things going on while we were in Melbourne, Australia. Christy's dad had a massive stroke, and we had to fly home. And it was during that time that Christy's dad passed. And over the last 8 months, it's been a process of really kind of dealing with that. And this is really hard, isn't it, to step on here right now emotionally. And so we're processing through what life looks like when you say yes, and then difficulty arises. Christy, I know you want me to talk a lot, and I will on this one, but I think it's really important for people just to hear from you and hear the processing that we're going through, and I think particularly for you, what you're going through right now, how you've been processing.
Well, I don't know how to answer that really.
Yeah.
I think we have one person on. I'm sorry, I'm being distracted here. Yeah, we came back. Let me just say this. I was extremely grateful to be able to get back in the country and be at my dad's side when he did pass away. That was a real prayer of mine when we got the call that he had had a massive stroke. Never in a million years did I imagine that we would get that call.
Well, I think that's probably that was one of our greatest fears in traveling overseas and doing what we do.
It was a shocker because David and I had both felt so strongly that saying yes to this trip, saying yes to this 3-month job in Thailand was crucial for our lives at that time. And so we said yes. And when you say yes, we just didn't expect something so life-changing. And for those of you that didn't know my father, he was bigger than life. Yeah. And I had the privilege of being here for the last 3 years, from 2013, and being here with my mom and my dad. And so life just on a dime turned around in a different direction. And I think one of the greatest things, I'm going to cry, but I don't, because I didn't really want to do this, because it's just been...
I made her. It's time.
It's been hard. It's been hard processing that loss, okay? Although I know Dad is not in pain, he is way better off than we are, but that doesn't help me during the process because he was my dad. And but it's been great being here and helping my mom process through, being with family. But our lives took a 180 turn in a different direction than we were going. I mean, it just came to a screeching halt. We were back. Yeah. Our plans changed overnight, and we've just had to regroup. But this is what I have purpose in my heart not to do, and that's to not quit. Yeah. To not quit in the process of grieving a loss. Is just to not quit, and to say yes every day to the little things that come up that require me to not necessarily do the thing that I want to do, but require me to do the right thing. Yeah. And it can be little and it can be big. But I just want to say today that, number one, it's great to be back with Friday on the Farm. Yeah. Who knows who's going to watch? It doesn't matter. I don't care. We're not perfect. We don't have it all together. There's not some great, profound thing that I want to say today, except don't allow circumstances to keep you from moving forward. Yeah, that's all I got. Yeah. That's all I've got.
Yeah. Well, and really sometimes that is all we've got. And it doesn't matter whether you're dealing with a death in the family, an illness, financial struggles, job struggles. It doesn't matter what we face in life. There are going to be moments where all you want to do is curl up in a ball and quit, shut the world out, and just disappear. And sometimes during that time, I think over the last few months, we've just had to take a deep breath. And not that we quit. I mean, I've been to Australia 3 times this year. Christy has been back and
traveled to Utah, to Denver, to Nashville, Tennessee.
So life definitely...
And my mom has traveled with us.
Yeah.
My mom's traveled with my sister, with my brother. They've taken a trip. So we've been very active, but just have been in a season of going, okay, wow, that was an unexpected turn of events, and it was a gut punch.
Yeah.
And so, gosh, it's been 8 months. I didn't realize it'd been that long.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're getting messages here.
Thank you, you guys. Thank you.
We love you guys
Thank you for the encouragement.
so much.
Yes.
And let me just say, the community that we have such a great community, from that have people that have walked with us for years. But we want to get back into this. We want to be faithful.
We're back. Yeah. So here's what's going on.
Anyway,
we said yes. We were on the other side of the world. Life happened. We've continued to say yes in the days and weeks and months that have followed. We know the direction we're going. So here's where we are today. We are laying groundwork to go back to Australia. Now, when that is right now, there's a lot of things, a lot of answers that we have to have before that happens. And so we're taking the time, emotionally walking through stuff, logistically walking through stuff. Business is growing in the U.S., in Thailand, in Australia, which is exciting. Ministry is happening in Thailand, Australia, America, Mexico. So it is an exciting time while we're walking through the emotional pain and the loss that we've had in particular. The crazy thing is, Christy's dad passed away. Well, then I fly back to Australia. I was there for June and July. My grandfather passed away while I was in Australia. I wasn't even able to go to the funeral. So it has been this season of loss during a time which feels like that all these things are being birthed. And it's just a reminder that really it's the circle of life.
I think it's a reminder, at least for me, that that growth doesn't happen when things are just going phenomenally well. Oftentimes growth happens when things are going like crappy. Sorry to use that word.
Yeah.
I thought of another one. I didn't use it. But when things are going really badly, or just grievous loss, whatever. But this is the key, is to stay present, and the key is to stay present with one another, and present in what God is doing in your heart at that time. And I'm sorry, I'm talking really weird. I do have a mouthpiece in my mouth. Had gum surgery yesterday, so I've been in a lot of pain. And I feel like I've got braces because I have this lisp that I'm talking with. But one of the things that we've just purposed to do, and we've tried to do this really our whole marriage, is continually learn.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you're consistently learning and open to new things and greater things and better things and things that have been outside of our own box, so to speak. And there's somewhere in there's life.
Yeah, that's good.
That is to be found and to be enjoyed. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, and it sounds really odd to say that, but there is joy in the middle of pain. I wrote a song years ago, actually, when we were living in New Zealand, and I said, there's joy in the tears that I've cried.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that, but somehow that happens. But you got to stay present. You can't just go off the deep end go take pain meds and quit life.
Yeah, exactly.
You can if you want.
Yeah.
Some people do that.
Or choose to medicate in other
Or
unhealthy
medicate in other ways.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be, an
Yeah.
opioid. It can be other things, but just stay present.
Yeah. And if you're out there right now, and if you're going through a hard time, look, we don't have answers. We're not going to pretend to have answers. We're on this journey of life with you. We have excitement, and I'm a passionate guy. If you want calm and steady, I'm probably not your guy. I'm excitable. I always see the silver lining, but it doesn't necessarily mean just because I see the silver lining that everything's going great. So we may not have answers, but we can listen. If you need to PM us, give us
Yes.
a call. We'll do our best, even if it's just to listen.
Yeah, just this morning I was on the phone with a dear friend of ours and connecting her with people. Life is about connecting with people. Life is about journeying with people. And I just want to say this. I just found this in this book that we're reading. We're actually being mentored by John Maxwell at the moment. We love the business that we're a part of has hired John Maxwell he's partnered with our company, and so because of that we get to read awesome books and be on calls and talk to him. But there's a quote by George Eliot, and it says, "It's never too late to be what you might have been."
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's never too late. I'll be 51 in 3 months. How old will you be?
Wow. Oh, I've decided I'm going the other way. She's going to be 51. I'm going to be 48.
So this is the deal. It's just never too late.
No, it's not.
Don't let that lie. Don't let that lie. I have my sister-in-law. She just, I don't even know how old she is. She's not, today's her birthday actually. But she's doing something new, and it's something she's always wanted to do. And it just came out of the blue, and she jumped into it.
She said yes.
She said yes to this new opportunity. And so just say yes to the new opportunities. And sometimes saying yes doesn't mean you have to go out and do everything that comes along. It says be sure to say yes to the right things.
Yeah. And while Christy is quoting T.S. Eliot, I will quote
George Eliot.
Oh, George Eliot. I will quote the great philosopher Rafiki in closing from The Lion King when he looks at Simba and he says, "You are more than what you have become." And I think that could be said of all of us. Just don't settle. Wherever you are right now, don't settle. Don't get stuck in the rut. It is so easy. But I'm telling you, if you will grab a circle around you that will support
Absolutely.
you.
You can't do it alone.
You cannot do it alone.
Not alone.
You will. Trust me.
You will fail.
You will fail. You will curl up in a ball and die. Grab a circle around you. You have been created for great things. You're more than what you become.
Right.
Don't settle. Keep pressing. I don't care if you're 80 or 8. Life is out there to be lived. We love you guys. Thanks for being with us, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Bye.
Hey, I'm proud of you. See ya.
Bye.